YouTube, Dread Life 101 back today with another video for y'all. For sure, we're gonna keep it live, keep it pushing, just like always. Now today, let's talk about cutting our dreads as a trend. If I'm seeing it, I know y'all see it. If you go on YouTube, if you go on Facebook, so many videos about people combing out their locks, cutting off their locks, shaving their head bald. And I promise you, there's a certain part of the year where there's a urge for it to happen naturally. I get the same urge as well. It's usually right before winter starts to hit, and for some reason people just like to tidy themselves up or get that in between seasonal want to change or blend or recreate themselves, which is all natural and it's all good. But when it comes to cutting our dreads, Dread Life 101 ain't cool with that. You feel me? So yearly, if you getting that urge, don't do it. Do not do it. Don't cut your locks. If you're gonna comb out your hair, I think that's a beautiful thing right there, because you're still holding on to everything that you developed over that certain period of time. You can shed all the stuff that you don't necessarily need. You can remove all those bad records from your storage. And if you guys don't realize what the play on words is when it comes to your hair, dreads, or locks, whatever you choose to call them, some people call them dreads. And in correlation to that, people just assume that it has something negative derived from it, since the word dread is attached to it. The words that we use in the English language usually do not reflect an actual origin of the word. They reflect an actual parallel or a side-by-side or some type of branch off from what we should be using. Now, when it comes to a word like lock, I like to break this one down and just have a little bit of fun with it. So locks, if you do have locks instead of dreads, just picture yourself or just realize that your dreads are holding on to information as it's growing out of the top of your head. So another word for lock is locker. A definition or a origin base meaning for lock basically just means to hold on, to keep, to save, to store, because it's not going anywhere, right? So you're holding on to all this information. Some of this information does play along in the future. Some of this information can just be shed just like normal hair. And I think that it's all a process. It's all a natural thing that does want to happen. But when it becomes a trend on YouTube and Instagram or Facebook for people to just start cutting their locks off, I'm not cool with that. So if you're thinking about cutting your locks off, don't cut your locks off. But why would you do that? Just because it's a trend. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna want your dreads back. You're gonna be growing your dreads back. I've seen so many people get on YouTube or get on anywhere, cut their dreads, and then as soon as they cut their dreads, they pretend like they're happy, and then they just start growing dreads back. Like, what was the point in cutting your hair? If you guys can think of a better reason to cut your hair and give a dope reason, a beneficial reason, or maybe just want to tell me your reason, leave it down in the comments section, because I want to know. I want to know what took you from it's time to be natural, it's time to be long, it's time to be thick, and set you back at, you know what, I just want a fresh start. Does your hair represent a fresh start? Does your hair actually uphold the same value as clearing out mental space, as clearing out the closet, as shedding dead weight? It's a very good, I guess, physical, metaphorical side by side, if you can say that. But it's a very good comparison to use if you're going to use that as far as your reasons for cutting your dreads. Me, I'm not cutting my dreads, y'all, so don't worry. Dread Life 101 is still here. If I do cut my dreads, they ain't gonna be cut all the way to my scalp. They're gonna be, if I do cut my dreads, they're probably gonna be up here, and that's where I'll leave them. But I am gonna let my dreads get super long, all the way down, as long as they can get, until I start seeing breakage and seeing that it's unhealthy. Then I'll start trimming my stuff probably back up to about my shoulders, and just keep it like that and keep it live and push it. But I want to know you guys, I want to know somebody's response to this. How do you feel about cutting your dreads? Did you guys cut your dreads and immediately regret it? or are you just floating through life? Are you just keeping it pushing like normal, like nothing? I want to know. Make sure you guys like the video if you like the video. Make sure you guys, if you're not in a positive mood at this time of year, I understand. This is a transitional part of the year. No matter where you're at, Michigan, Atlanta, California, Dallas, does not matter. This is a transitional form of the year. So just bear with it. If you can hunker down and get through, I guess, the dark portions of the year, or the undecisive parts of the year, you're going to be good for life. If you can do that year after year, I would say that is a strength and a characteristic in its all, in its whole. Patience is something that you cannot buy anywhere. Yo, this is Dread Life 101 for you guys. If you haven't seen the other videos, make sure you check those out. Make sure you subscribe. I'ma holla at you.